Just before the budget, the Indian economy was in ICU. After the budget, I must say, on behalf of Trinamool Congress, from ICU, the budget has now sent the Indian economy's gloom and doom into absolutely clearly the ventilator. It's having difficulty in breathing. This is a budget that is anti-people. It's a budget that is thoughtless, just everywhere, and most importantly, left out the bottom of the pyramid in every manner. I'll give you an example. The economy, before the budget was announced, GDP growth 11 years low. Private consumption 7 years low. Investments, believe it or not, 17 years low. In 17 years it hasn't been this low. Manufacturing 15 years low. Agriculture 4 years low. In this situation, none of these areas have been addressed by the budget. Let me give you an absolutely clear example on behalf of our party. You'll be shocked to know that radical reduction has taken place in the funds, Government of India funds, in schemes for agriculture. Yes, agriculture, reduction. Health, reduction. Education, reduction. Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, budget reduction. And together, they constitute a reduction of 8.9%. What does that mean? This government does not have any vision of what the social infrastructure is. Contrast that with Bengal. Agriculture grows by 9 times during our 7 years. Social sector grows by 4.5 times. That is Mamata Bandyopadhyay's vision of taking the bottom of the pyramid, taking them forward and moving them into the center stream of the economy. Let me go to the second point. Manrega, 100 days work. Believe it or not, in this budget, 100 days work has been reduced. The allocation for 100 days work. Shocking. What have we done? Highest 100 days work in the country. Number 1, West Bengal. Highest number of days. Highest allocation from Manrega from our side. Let me turn to National Health Mission. Can you believe National Health Mission reduced by 1%? Never seen that before. In this budget, you did not hear the word the unemployeds, to give them employment. Didn't exist. Not a word. And instead, what do you see? Privatization of what? Railways, LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, into which all of us have invested as common people. Today is being privatized. And do you know that Life Insurance Corporation has been put into ICU already with 30,000 crores in terms of non-performing assets. Now on top of that, you take an institution that we all should be supporting. Now you move it to ICU. And then you move it to privatization to be eaten. Let me turn to this question of tax reduction for the middle class. Now what is shocking is this tax reduction is nothing but a bluff. Give it from one hand and taken away more from the other. Why do I say that? Standard deduction, 50,000. You will not get it anymore if you opt for this. Small savings, whether it is PPF or NSC, you will not get it anymore. Life insurance, medical insurance deduction, you won't get it. Contribution to new pension schemes of 50,000, you will not get it. Interest on housing loan, this is very serious. For affordable housing, when you borrowed and got a little small place to live, at least the interest was tax deductible. Not anymore. And this is going to have very serious effect on the housing industry, which in turn will have an effect on agricultural income spending, because the common workers of the housing industry come from rural areas. They will not come anymore. So what is the entirety of this budget? On one hand, reduction in social infrastructure, in many cases, agriculture, health, education, reduction, never heard of before. On the other hand, as a sop, you're giving a tax reduction quietly, and I'm ashamed to say so. Take away much more than you give. And finally, all talk of PPP, of privatization, where many of these cases have not worked before. So my submission on behalf of the party, Trinamool, is this is a budget that is thoughtless, visionless, no long-term thinking, and in a way has failed the Indian economy of pulling it out of the gloom and doom. Here was an opportunity lost, the bus has been missed, and the cost will be paid by the common people of India. What a shame. God save India from the hands of those who have no vision, no strategy, only words, 2.5 hours of budget speaking, empty as a vessel that keeps clankering.